Hello guys, I hope you can hear me now. We had a small issue with the mic, sorry about that. But don't worry, we'll get through all of it right away as you guys will join. Let me know if everything is okay with the audio, if you can hear me. I think it should work right now. Oh, great. Thank you guys. Sorry about that. I wasn't aware of the issue. Thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna wait a bit for others to join, like a minute or so. But don't worry, I'm gonna go through all of it again, through all the analysis. Sometimes this kind of stuff happens, technical issues. So I'm happy that you bear with me through all this. Okay, a few more seconds and we'll start again. Yeah, okay. So welcome back. Happy to have you here. Sorry about the issue with the mic earlier. We'll go through again all those pairs that we discussed before restarting the stream. We'll go through them again. Starting with DXY, like I said last week, I was expecting in the previous analysis the price to make another drop, but we had two scenarios, as you can see on the chart. I was expecting a consolidation. The first scenario was a consolidation from here and then a push down, breaking this low. Um, it didn't, and the second scenario came into play. The price corrected here, went back up, and then started to drop, give us this correction, and then went for a new lower low. What I'm expecting right now for the DXY is, let me delete all these drawings first. I'm expecting a move towards the upside, but first I'm gonna wait for a pullback here, then wait for this bearish impulse to unfold. This could have two scenarios as well. If we get this consolidation, this pattern here, this could prove out to be another pullback for another drop, or it could get a bit bigger and make another correction, push back up once more, reach this level here before dropping. But this we'll have to wait on this because it's a bit far off for now. We have to take it step by step. We're not so sure that this will go up all the way from here, so we have to take it step by step. So for this week, I'm expecting a pullback, then another bearish push, another bullish push towards the upside, and maybe another consolidation for another leg up. So we have to wait and see. Moving on to pound USD, to Euro USD, sorry. For Euro USD last week, as you can see on the chart, I was expecting the price to correct here and make another push to break these two tops, this local top here, and this the second top that I was expecting it to be broken. So far, so good. As you can see, we broke that top, and right now we got the reaction after the breakout. And what I'm expecting right now is a consolidation here and then another drop before pushing back up again. What I would suggest is to wait for this consolidation to happen. Don't jump in this small thing because this could be only a fake drop and then go into the consolidation that we discussed about, and then afterwards drop and you'll be taken out here. So don't rush the trade. Wait for it to happen and wait for the correction to unfold first. Moving on to pound USD. For pound USD, similar to the Euro USD, because of the DXY, we got this move up that broke the stop. We expected this push to happen, and right now, as you can see, the price got rejected after the new higher high. Similar to Euro USD, I'm expecting here a correction before going one more move towards the downside. What I would suggest for you guys is to, if you see the correction unfolding here, very important, don't just jump in because it's a correction. Wait for a reaction as well in the correction, because this could continue to go up like this and break the top and then drop. So it will be a bit risky to jump in like that. I would suggest to wait for example, I'm gonna paint down this whole scenario here on the left hand side of the screen. So we got this drop. What I'm saying to wait for the correction to give you a reaction is, for example, let it do whatever it does, and if you get a reaction inside the correction, like an impulse, similar to this one, like in the direction of this one, followed by a small pullback, then this would be your confirmation for another drop in this case. So that's what I'm saying when when every time I say wait for the correction, it's not just wait for the correction to happen, because this can have the tendency to go and break this previous top here, like in a corrective manner, like we did see in a lot of pairs, and I'm gonna show you the perfect example on Australian dollar versus the US dollar in a bit. So just wait for this confirmation to happen, and this will increase your chances of success, your success rate in when trading. It's very important. Take this into consideration, because you don't want to get caught off only because it's a correction. That doesn't mean every time the price will follow the previous impulse. So you have to be careful. And speaking of pound USD, we had an analysis last week in which we predicted all these moves. Let me close this thing here. Okay. As you can see, we're expecting, we're seeing that there's a strong chance that we can go and break this top here, which we did. I was expecting a bearish move to happen at some point. I wasn't sure, like I was saying when I said earlier to wait for a correction. This is what can happen. For example, it can continue going up, breaking the top, and then dropping. And even though this looks corrective, that doesn't mean it will go down. So that's very important to wait for a reaction similar like this, like I mentioned here. Afterwards, we eventually broke the top. We had some divergence on the MACD. As you can see, we're in a nice level of bearish pressure here. So we decided to look for our sell setups from this level. And moving back to the chart, I was expecting a breakout of this trend line here. Let me draw the trend line for you. I was sorry about that. Let me move the chart like this. I was expecting this trend line to be broken. We did broke the trend line. We just broke the trend line. So now we have to wait for this consolidation to finish and the confirmation that I was talking about earlier. Keep that in mind. Wait for that reaction in the correction every time you see something like this. Even if it's for the downside, even if it's for the upside, wait for that confirmation to occur. Okay, so let's move on to dollar yen. For dollar yen, last week we were expecting a drop. I think it was from here where I have this drawing. Yeah, we were expecting a drop. Instead, the price pushed back up. We didn't get the correction we wanted. And after we broke this top, you see that we had a bearish reaction, and now we went back straight up here, broke the top again. What I can see for dollar yen is another consolidation here, another move up, and maybe then another consolidation and another move up, because here it's a nice level that we will watch for a reaction as well. As you already may be aware, we just wait for the price to hit some important levels that we look at. Like I mentioned in the previous meetings, we wait for a reaction in different levels on the chart before engaging in any trades. So for dollar yen, waiting for the price to push towards that area. In either case, even if it doesn't go towards this level here, I'm expecting this correction to happen and one more bullish wave here, before maybe having a chance to either drop from here, either drop from here. We have to wait and see. Moving on to Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Like I said, with the pound USD, this is the perfect example that I was talking about when we expect continuations for impulses, aka corrections. So basically, we had this drop here, and last week I was expecting a pullback and then another drop, as you can see on the chart here. Instead, the market went on and broke this top, as you can see. And now it's starting to drop. That's why I'm saying that a confirmation is very important, not just jump in a correction. Even if you see the perfect setup inside, don't just jump in, because it could get messy. It could crawl its way up and then shoot up and break the previous structure. And as you can see, this happened. So this here was that's why I was saying that this reaction here, if we got this followed by a small pullback, this would have been a nice trade, not only because of this correction but only because of this impulse here. So right now, what I'm expecting, similar to all the majors, I'm expecting a consolidation, reaction, pullback, and then another drop. If we get this, then I'm confident that this will go down and test this area here, on the chart first. But if we don't get that, this consolidation could also go and break the top again and then become something more complex, because as you can see here, we had this big drop. Let me get my drawing. Okay, we had this big drop here. The symbols and everything that goes like this, no matter the direction, even if it's the upside or the downside, needs to make a consolidation for another, which would be the confirmation for another move in the similar direction of this impulse, for example. So we have to wait for this consolidation to finish. This could also, every break of the top is a new possibility that we might go down. That's why we look for sell setups every time we break the top here. If not, if we don't get them, then okay, we'll be looking for if we get a setup for even for a buy setup from here. But for now, I'm gonna wait for a correction here, followed by a reaction and then a move down. Moving on to dollar CAD. For dollar CAD last week, we were expecting the price to hit this first level or the second and give us a reaction. It did hit the first level, and then the price started to drop. As you can see here, we made the drop. We also had this pullback here, which would have been a nice trade. We didn't look into that trade because we were waiting for a market trend, a local trend change, with which I'm going to show you in a minute, because we posted an idea on USD CAD. Going back to USD CAD on the idea that we posted, we were expecting a reaction from these two levels here, these two blue levels, as you can see. The price went down and reached the second level, and then we had a nice bullish move, and now it is consolidating. So basically, if you'd have took this move from here, it would have been like a 5-to-1 or 6-to-1 from this level until now. So next step for dollar CAD is a consolidation. Let it finish this consolidation here, another push up, and then wait for another consolidation and another push up. This would be my take on it. This could get messy. This could have different scenarios. It could go up, then break down again, move back up. So we have a lot of things to look out here. But for me, what I'm gonna be focusing next is this impulse here. Wait for the correction to finish, give you a reaction, and then go for this impulse, because we need to correct. We need something big here to correct, because we had all this bearish wave here needs to do a bigger degree correction. Maybe, I don't know, 1.355. It's a good level to watch for a reversal, but I don't want to get too much into it for now. We have a long way till there. So I'm expecting a correction similar to this one to occur in this area before going back down again. So we have to be patient with this one. Corrections could be very, very messy, as you may know. Okay, so let me go back a bit to the chat. Let me know if you guys have any questions before moving on to the commodities. Okay, so let's move on to the commodities. Last week we were expecting two scenarios for gold. We were expecting this correction and then this drop here. It didn't happen, or we expected another push to break the top, which did happen, but it didn't give us a setup, unfortunately. Afterwards, as you can see, I was if I leave my drawings a bit here, you see that I was expecting the price to drop after we broke this top here, because we were in a nice area for a sell setup, just a local thing for a correction, and then go back up. So basically, the second scenario unfolded. Let me delete these drawings first, fast. Okay, let's move on. So right now, for this week, I'm gonna be looking at a small consolidation here, one more drop, maybe reach this trend line, and then go for another bullish wave to break this top here. So if this becomes a bit more complex, because it has the chance, because we are still in a big uptrend, we can get something similar to this correction here. This could continue to drop, If we break the trend line, then that would be a good indication that this will go a bit lower before going back up. So what I'm expecting for gold is to finish this bearish correction and then break the top again, because we are in a big uptrend. For silver, moving on to silver, I was expecting the price to go down from here, break the trend line and correct. It didn't happen. The market pushed back up, broke the stop. As you can see, right now we are at the bottom of the trend line, and the way it looks, we need to wait for a breakout here at some point to give us a deeper consolidation. What I'm saying by this is that this impulse here is a lot more impulsive than gold, which means that this should go into should offer us at least a bigger degree correction inside this area. So if this breaks the trend line, consolidates underneath, reaction, then we'll go for another sell before going back up. Normally here it's as you can see, we're in a big daily uptrend, and I think this is also a weekly uptrend. If you look on the weekly chart, this is also going up aggressively. So even on the daily, we need a daily correction, which could be a bigger move, a bigger bearish move on the 4 hours. We have this impulse here that needs to correct ASAP. So we're gonna wait for this pullback to occur here. Drop, correction, drop. If this goes up from here, I'm not gonna be interested in the buys because we don't have any setups and we are at a pretty high level. So if I want to go with the trade for silver, I would want it to give me a better price to buy it, like 24, 23.8, somewhere around this area. This would be a nice buy setup and a nice risk to reward trade. If we get a correction from here, I will stay away for the sells because this has a tendency to move pretty messy. So I'm not gonna be looking at the sell setups for now, even though there's a good chance this might happen. I'm gonna be looking for our buy setups when the time comes. This could also consolidate here, go break the top, and then drop. So we have different possibilities here, but I won't be interested in the buy, like I said. From this level, neither the sell. I'm gonna wait for the price to drop a bit, buy it cheaper, and then I'm gonna look for my buy setups. Moving on to oil. Last week I was expecting oil to make this messy pullback. As you can see, this whole thing here was drawn last week. I was expecting the price to continue moving messy. Let me delete all these drawings first, please, before going back to the chart. Okay, so for oil right now, we have started a nice bullish impulse. We had wave up, correction, another move up, consolidation here, another move up, consolidation, and right now another break of the top. So what I'm expecting next is another consolidation here, and then another move to break the top. Maybe we'll go towards the 85 levels before heading back into a deeper pullback. And then we have to see if this is the start of the continuation of the uptrend or on the daily, or if we'll go once more and break this low. But we have to wait and see. Don't want to get too far off again in predicting the things. We have to take it step by step. So what I'm gonna expect next, I'm gonna wait for a reaction. I'm gonna let the price do its thing, break the top again, correct here, break the top, look for a reaction around the 84, 85 levels, maybe 86 before taking any sell into consideration. So for now, it's a waiting game. Let it do its job and focus on something else for now. Natural gas. Natural gas, as you can see, we were expecting. I think from last month we were expecting a buy reaction, a bullish reaction, which we didn't got after we had this big impulse here. We were expecting the price to give us reactions from different levels to see if we can get into any sort of buys. Then last week we were expecting another consolidation here, another drop, which happened. And then afterwards I said that if we get another consolidation, then this will drop again. Instead, as you can see, the price gapped up a bit today at the open. This, you have to be careful about this. We broke this trend line, okay, but you have to be careful because this could only be like a consolidation for one more drop, a bigger degree consolidation for one more drop. So for now, the buys for me are not on the table. I'm bullish in the long run for natural gas, but this could play out to be a consolidation here, another move up, and then another drop. So what I want to see is, let me delete this. What I would like to see for a nice buy sell setup would be correction, another push up, and then a deeper consolidation. If this happens, then I'm gonna wait for a reaction from somewhere here, or depending on the price action, I'm gonna wait for a reaction and then go with the buy. Until that, I'm not that confident that this is the move to go for right now. So what I'm expecting this week is the price to give me more info. I'm not biased to any direction right now. I will wait for more info on the chart because this could be a scenario like this: break the top and then drop, or we could even go down from here again. This could be a fake breakout. So we have to be a bit patient with natural gas. Let it do its thing. I'm still guessing that the price will go a bit lower because the big players will want to buy it from a cheaper price. We are already at close to the bottom, which is 1.5 level. So there's a chance that we might go to 1.9, 1.8, and then see if we get a reaction from there. Or if not, let's be optimistic and see if we get a strong impulse from this level towards the upside, and then get our confirmation for the trade. Let me take a few more questions. Let me know if you guys have anything else to add. If you want me to look at any other pairs, feel free to ask me. Okay, so let's move on to the indices. S&P. Last week we were expecting a correction and then another move up, another move up. For this week, what I can see for S&P is, let me delete the drawings from here. Okay, for this week, I'm gonna wait for the price to make here a small pullback and then make one more move up. This could become a channel at some point, break this top, and then we're gonna be looking for reactions if we get a sell setup. But as it stands right now, it might crawl its way up and break this top from here. Moving on to Nasdaq. Last week we were expecting similar to S&P a consolidation and then another move up. We did get this consolidation. We had this drop here, broke this low on the chart, and then the price started to reverse from this level. So right now what I'm gonna be looking at for Nasdaq is a small. This could get messy, by the way. I don't recommend to trade Nasdaq or any indices right now because, as you can see, it's making a pretty messy pattern in here. If you didn't get in the buys from this level, I would suggest to not look for buy setups right now. Even though this has a big chance to break the top, I'm expecting the market to make something messy here and go for one more push up. So I won't advise you to go in any kind of sales, even though there's another scenario, the second scenario, which is maybe the most the one that I don't expect it to happen that much compared to the first one is a impulse here correction and then go for another drop and make this a bit more complex. But we have to wait and see and check the price action. For me, it's a no-no Nasdaq this week. On the 4 hours, it looks a bit messy. I'm expecting eventually to break the top, but other than that, the way the chart looks right now, I'm gonna stay away from it. Moving on to Dow Jones. Last week we were expecting a price drop from here, and again I'm gonna emphasize on this thing with the corrections. Even though I say wait for a correction, you also have to wait for a reaction in the correction, because look what happened. We were expecting here, we had last week, as you can see on the chart, we were expecting this this drop after this correction was finished. Instead, as you can see, the price crawled up, broke the top again, even go higher, went higher than that. So that's why it's very important to wait for a reaction inside a correction, because If you'd have gone in from here, it would have been taken out, you know, and every time you would have took a trade, regardless, you'd have been taken out, and it would have been a bit crazy if that happens. So very important to wait for a reaction, a strong impulse, and then wait for a consolidation, a small pullback, and then place your trade and go with the sell. Because look what happened next. This went up and broke the top, went back down, broke the top again. So this is very important to have in mind every time you see corrections. Don't jump in just for the sake of it. Okay, let's let's head back to the chart. Right now I'm expecting this one to continue to go up, but this this I think it will eventually drop from here. This looks more like, from all the three, this looks like the ones that have the biggest tendency to drop, make this correction, and then go back up again. So we have to wait on this one as well. If you get a sell setup here, you could take it, but really small, because you never know. All this the stock market is bullish for now. It's but it's nearing its reserve. So be careful, because this might correct, get into a deeper pullback, make something like this, and then go back up, or even go back up from this level. So Dow Jones looks the one most likely to correct this week and go for another drop compared to the other two. This looks like it has the best setup on the table right now. Okay, let's move on to the crypto. For Bitcoin, I was expecting last week this consolidation to. I was basically saying that if we are inside this range, it's not okay to trade it right now, because we would want to wait for a breakout on one of those two areas before deciding. So basically, I was expecting the price to correct. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting this reaction that soon. So we are seeing that if we get a breakout towards the upside, then this is a good indication that the market will make another push up. And if we'd have gone for a breakout towards the downside, we'd have waited for the correction to finish and then go with the buys. Basically, the price uh, spiked up from this range, and right now what I can see is a consolidation happening here. We go one more down before going back up again. So for this week, I'm waiting for this pullback to finish, one more bullish wave, and then we'll have to check the price action. So wait for this consolidation before engaging in any trades. Moving on to Ether. Ether, I was expecting a drop last week. It didn't happen, so the price pushed up. And right now, similar to Bitcoin, if we get here a consolidation, let it move a bit sideways in here, then I'm gonna be looking for one more bullish wave. If not, let the market do what it wants, let it finish the correction, and then wait for this buy setup. Eventually, the cryptos will have to continue the uptrend, but we have to wait for small steps like this correction, like smaller flags, smaller corrections, bigger corrections before engaging in buys. Overall, the trend is up for now in the medium term. BNB, BNB, I was expecting a drop from last week. It didn't happen, and it went back up and broke this top here. And similar to the previous pairs that we analyzed, similar to Bitcoin and Ether, I'm expecting here a correction, a consolidation, a small consolidation, and then another push towards the upside. So this would be my take on the cryptos for this week. Small correction and then another wave up. So yeah. Okay, so that should be all for today. And now I'm gonna take a few more questions. If you guys have some requests, if you want to look at any charts, let me know. I'm gonna stay here for a couple more minutes before I'm gonna end the stream. So let me know if you guys want to go through anything or ask me anything. Hey Bubbles, sure. Let's go. Let's go on gold. Let's have a look at gold. So I was saying that on gold this week I'm expecting one more drop. As you can see on the chart, let me read the drawings so you can see it again. What I was talking about. Just a second. Okay. So basically, gold I was expecting last week a drop, and if we got a correction, I was saying that this might go down one more time. Instead, the market made a new top here, and right now what I can see for gold is some sort of a pullback, one more drop, maybe reach the trend line, and then I'm gonna be waiting for another move up. But be careful if this has also the tendency to go slow like this and then shoot up like that before dropping. So it depends. It depends. You have. I'm still biased for the upside, but I'm gonna be a bit cautious with every top that we make, with every new higher high that we make. I'm gonna be a bit cautious because this could be the last one before we engage in a deeper consolidation. So for example, if this let me move this thing here. If this proves out to be a correction and the market will drop, then this level here will be very critical, because if we break the trend line here and consolidate, then we'll go for another move down, and then we'll be looking for our buy setups again. So overall, I'm bullish on gold because of the bigger trend, but we need to correct. We need to make a consolidation, and we have to be cautious with every tab that we make. That why I was saying that earlier. So we need to see if we get a consolidation, if we get another drop towards this trend line, and then decide if, based on the price action and other stuff, that if this move will happen from here, or if we'll get a breakout and then another drop from the trend line. So I'm gonna be a bit patient with gold for this week, but overall I'm gonna be looking for buy setups after this consolidation is finished. If this consolidation happens, I might be looking at a short-term sell setup, but let's wait and see. Maybe I'll do a gold analysis later on this week to update you guys in regards to it. I'll have to see and decide if I'm gonna do that, but be careful, wait for this correction to happen. If you get a reaction from here, like a bullish reaction after the correction is over, then this will be your indication, your confirmation for a drop, at least for another lower low here in this section. So this is my view on gold for this week. Hope it helped. How do you see Apple in the medium term? Let's have a look at Apple. Let's analyze it on the daily. Well, I can see it. Apple, I can see it going up from here, like making higher highs, consolidating, making another move towards the upside, consolidating again, another move towards the upside. But at some point, this whole thing here has to give us a push down, at least something like this. Even from this level, we have to wait and see, because the way this moved here is a strong bullish impulse. As you can see, we have a perfect example on the chart here, and as a tip, the chart, the price moves in a fractal nature, so it has a tendency to repeat patterns and stuff like that. And as you can see here, we had a pretty strong impulse, and then look what happened. You went back down, and so you have to wait and see. Every consolidation that you get could be worth looking at, for a buy setup, because the trend is starting to get a bit bullish. But I'll be cautious because of the current economical environment. We should be cautious in regards to stock and indices. It's a bit of a turmoil right now. So be very careful. I don't have a clear bias on the stock market. I mean, I'm a bit biased for the downside, but anything can happen. You can make a lot of fake breakouts right now, and it's gonna be interesting what happens. But for now, I'm gonna be waiting for a pullback like this on the daily, one more move up, because all the indices as well, I'm expecting last maybe one of the last bullish waves before we go down. So in the short term, I'm bullish for Apple. In the medium term, I can see a correction happening at some point. I don't think this will go on like this in a straight line to break this previous top here. So be careful. SBO. Okay, is this the chart that you're talking about? Yeah, you're welcome, guys. Is this the correct chart with SBO from the London Stock Exchange? Let me know if this is the one that you want me to look at. Okay, SBO. Oh, okay, okay. Well, for this one, as I'm looking at it on a weekly time frame, let me know if weekly it's okay for you to analyze because soybean oil. Okay, yeah. Okay, okay. I got it now. So let me know if this time frame is good for you on the weekly time frame. I'm gonna go in either case. I'm gonna go lower than that, but when I start to look at the chart, I prefer to look on the bigger scale, and then go down to the smaller time frames. So okay, on the weekly, this here has to the way it looks is it's in a nice and healthy uptrend, if you ask me. And on the weekly right now, we are at a nice zone here. As you can see, we have two scenarios. Depending on the price action, this could make a consolidation drop one more time and then continue going up. I can see this overall on the weekly going up. And but I'm still skeptical right now in the short term, in the very short term, like in a couple of months or so. I think this might drop one more time and take out the liquidity that we have at this level here before going back up and giving us a buy setup. Let me delete the drawings on the weekly. Let's move on to the daily because we'll be able to see it better. On the daily, let's analyze the last wave here in this part. So on the daily downtrend, we had this sorry about that. We had this drop here, correction, and now in this last wave down, we had this correction, drop again, consolidation, and now another drop. And as you can see right now, the price reached an important level here, and they started to get a bit of rejection. So if this continues and is making like small pullbacks, then I think this will go one more time and break the low. After we broke the low on the daily, I think this will make another consolidation, break again, and then we should be looking for a bullish reaction. But you have to take it step by step because also this has a possibility to get a bit more complex here before dropping. Okay, so let me delete these things. So if this continues to go up like this could be another consolidation similar to this one, that will break the low. And then you have to wait for a reaction. So on the daily, one more drop is on the cards, and then we're going to be looking for some buy setups. Let me delete the drawings and go to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, we similar. We didn't broke this level here. I'm waiting for a breakout of this level, if you ask me, to be confident on the buys, because this could, as you can see, the price was rejected from this zone. So this could correct here, drop again, correct, drop again, break the low, like I said on the daily as well, and then you could be looking for your buy setups, but wait for it to give you a reaction because this could crawl a lot more down like natural gas before giving you the reaction needed to go up. Okay, do you want me to go lower than 4 hours? I mean, I'm presuming that you're long term on soybeans because the way the market is looking, I won't go for short-term trades. I will be looking at more like of an investment, the way this is developing. So I'm really hoping that you bought it from somewhere in here, and now you're waiting to book some profits. But as I can see it on the weekly, this would be a nice move towards the upside. It's the bull run is strong for this one. Even on the monthly, if you look on the monthly, look at it. It's a very healthy uptrend. This is what I like to see on a chart. Like impulses. Let me draw it. Impulses, corrections, another impulse, pullback, and then look at this beauty here. And now we're gonna make something like maybe like this. I don't know. So this could take a while before it will go back up, but you might make some money inside this consolidation on the lower time frames if uh, if you get the opportunity. Yeah, okay, let's go on the lower time frame. 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, we got the reaction from this nice level here. We had a nice reaction from this point. So we are in a nice zone. And on the 1 hour, we have this trend line. Let me draw it for you. We got the breakout, and if you also break this level here, short term. I mean short term. I don't like to trade on the 1 hour. To be honest with you, it's a bit messy and there's a lot noise. I don't like to go lower than 4 hours. But if you get a breakout from this red level here, from this red line, and then you make a consolidation, then wait for your reaction. Like I said earlier, after the correction is over, wait for your reaction, and this would, if this happens, then this could continue to go up like this and make on the 4 hours it could make the daily this could make the complex pattern that we were talking about before dropping again. Or you never know, this might continue to go up because we have a nice bull market on soybeans. So if the trend is strong, then all these patterns they don't matter anymore. They tend to go in the direction of the trend. You only get pullbacks, and then so yeah. If you ask me, if you get this scenario here, then and if you get this trigger, this confirmation, then it's safe to look for buy setups, but don't risk very much on it. Try and manage your risk, please, so you don't have any problems with your account. Let me know if that was okay for you. If you want me to go lower than 1 hour, it's a bit risky to go on the 30 and 15 and lower than that. So don't want to go that far, to be honest. I think what's 1 hour, it's okay for everyone. Yeah. Hey Bartley, yeah, I can do that. We just did it earlier, but I'm gonna go one more time for you to let you know what we discussed about. If not, you guys can find the analysis in the recording. Okay, so for gold, let me delete this again. I'm expecting this week the price to make a consolidation, at least in the beginning of the week, before giving us another push up. So basically, as you can see here, last week we were expecting a correction here that would have pushed the price here, but it didn't happen. The price went back up and broke this top. And right now, after we broke this top here, the price started to drop, lost some momentum, and as you can see right now, it's making some sort of a pullback. If this continues to pull back here, then we have a good chance, if we get the confirmation, to go one more drop, to go for one more drop, reach the trend line. And here on the trend line, we should carefully watch the price action, because this, I'm expecting it to go up at some point. But it's very important, and I put emphasis on that. If we don't get a reaction here, check out the price action, because this could drop, make a consolidation underneath the trend line, and push for one more drop here before going back up. So this could become more complex. If you go on the daily, you know what I'm talking about. We are in a big uptrend, but as you see, a few examples here. Let me change the color so you can see what I'm talking about. You Okay, you had this wave up, correction, another wave up, another correction, and now we have another impulse. So be careful, because this might be the last stop before you get into a deeper consolidation. But overall, I'm bullish on gold because of the bigger trend. We are in a big bull trend. So, but be careful, because this has at some point has to come down a bit, and the way the price is moving in here, you can see it's starting to lose some momentum. So this might happen anytime now. So if you look on the 4 hours, going back to the 4 hours, that's why I'm expecting a correction to happen soon. So even if this continues to go up from here, I'm not going to be in the trade, because even though it's a correction, I'm not. If I don't get a reaction for a sell, I'm not going to be looking at any trade setups. So for now, just like as a forecast, I'm expecting gold to make a consolidation, drop towards this trend line, and then see if we get another push and break the top and make a new higher high here, or if we break the trend line, consolidate, go for one more drop before giving us a reaction for the upside. Also, this is a nice level to watch in this area here. So this would be a nice place to look for a reaction, for a bullish reaction. If not, if you see the price moving slow, giving you lower lows and consolidating, then it's clear that we're going to be, the chances increase, to put it like that, the chances increase that we're going to go for one more drop before going back up. So that's going to be my take on gold. So okay, guys, that should be all for today. I'm happy that you guys stood here with me, even though we had some small technical issues at the beginning. If you liked our content, don't hesitate and give us a follow, because we post once in a while. We post analysis and we update them on our page. So if you want to keep up to date with the pairs that we discuss on the webinar, and also the analysis that we do, and the educational materials that we provide here, then don't hesitate and give us a follow. And I'm gonna see you guys next week on Monday as usual. So until then, please trade with care, don't over risk, and I'm wishing you a very profitable trading week ahead. Thanks a lot, and have a good one.